Let's talk about Lou, Netflix's latest kidnapping thriller. There's gonna be major spoilers ahead in this honest review as I recap key plot details from the film, sharing my own personal thoughts and feelings along the way. You have been warned. So the premise to this one is a relatively straightforward one, as most kidnapping films are. A young mother, Hannah, played by Jurnee Smollett, has her daughter V kidnapped by the supposedly dead father who looks like Tom Hardy and Jon Bernthal's love child. Hannah is aided by her old grouchy neighbour and landlady Lou, played by Allison Janney, to get V back. And that is effectively the film in a nutshell. Even though there are some great examples of kidnapping movies, Lou doesn't offer anything particularly different in its narrative, with deeper plot details making it seem even more of a dead horse being beaten again. It's a shame really, because the opening 15 minutes or so to this, I was hooked right in. The dialogueless opening of Lou in her cabin in the woods, no relation, burning documents with blacked out statements on them, unwinding film reels and preparing her home with food and supplies before going to shoot herself with her rifle. I think that the pacing and unraveling of this mysterious scene, along with the momentum it had, really pushed this film in a great direction from the get-go. And then when we see the build-up to this moment with Lou hunting deer with her dog and Bon Jovi's Wanted Dead or Alive playing, I was like, hell yeah, give me more of this. This is badass. And I had this kind of sense that Allison Janney may very well have an Oscar nomination in her if she carries on like this. She was like Eastwood in Gran Torino or the blind man in Don't Breathe, just a hardened, silver-haired veteran badass who was still capable of giving a good bollocking. However, from the point the kidnapping takes place, oh boy, this film was downhill. Don't get me wrong, there were a couple cool scenes here, such as when Lou pretends to be a stranded old woman who's lost her dog, but then ends up wiping out a cabin full of baddies. That was pretty awesome, though it's a scene that has been witnessed a lot of times before, and on the whole, I felt the same about the film's second and third acts. So to inject some further tropes to the repetition here, Lou is an ex-CIA operative who's gone dark and is hiding from the powers that be. Never seen that before. The night of the kidnapping occurs with the power going out and Hannah having to go and flip the breaker. Never seen that before. Later on in the film, Lou reveals that Philip, V's father and the kidnapper, is actually her son. Oh, so the main hero and villain are parent and child? Never seen that before. It's all just a bit too much familiarity in a film that appeared to be heading in a cool direction, playing off its twists as groundbreaking when really, nah. Not even halfway through the film it became tiresome. There's also the whole theme of Lou being a one-woman wrecking crew, but Hannah isn't, so it's a chalk and cheese combination, with Lou having to keep Hannah on track and harden her up, with Hannah coming out of her shell in order to rescue her daughter. Very much a changing of the guard type scenario with the passing of an ability torch going on. But again, even this has been done quite a lot. Their relationship is pretty strange at first, as there's some jagged edges surrounding them. Yet the bit that threw me off the most was V blatantly running into the road not looking where she's going, yet Hannah gives Lou an earful about it. I get being defensive of your own child, but Christ, this lass has not been watching the road safety hedgehogs and it shows. Afterwards, a lot of the film is just the two of them walking and talking together through a storm towards the coastline where Philip and V are headed. Oh, and of course, that's where the final showdown takes place, right on the beach, with the two foes fighting each other in the sea. I've never seen that before. Generally speaking, I think it was a well-made film and for the most part was well acted, with solid production quality, sound design and editing. The trouble for me here was simply how little originality it offered, just chopping and changing plenty of bits and pieces from elsewhere. Good start, but a fast decline that never got resolved come its climax. Oh, brilliant climax there, by the way. The person overlooking Hannah and V en route to their new life is Lou, the person we saw disappear in the ocean, presumed dead, but popping up right at the end of the film to show they're alive. Never seen that before. Maybe I'm being quite harsh on this one, and if I am, let me know in the comments, and let's have a friendly chinwag about it. But whatever you thought about Lou, please feel free to share your thoughts with the Ghoul Gang below, whether you agree or disagree with my thoughts. Overall, that was my honest review of 2022's Lou. Bit of a shorter one than usual, but sadly not a lot to go at. Oh, but here's a heads up. October is looking like it's going to be a crazy month for new releases. So if you want to keep up to date with our honest reviews on the latest drops, as well as a couple of Nightmare Fuels here and there, a cheeky sub would be much appreciated, and if you slap the bell, you'll be notified when new releases occur. Until then, I'm Connor from Unleash the Ghouls, and we shall see you next time for another honest review. Cheers out.